Hey everybody, welcome back to another Flipping Tables. My name is Sean.
And I'm Tycko.
And today we have a great little card game that is on Kickstarter right now called Potion Panic. A great little game about brewing potions. If you're into the magic sort of thing, then this is definitely going to be the card game for you. Let's take a look at the components. Very, very easy game to understand. You have brews, cards recipes that you're going to try to brew, and then you have the actual potions that you're going to need in order to brew those recipes.
You mix those together. It makes for a lovely, tasty treat.
And Tycho's already cheating by taking tokens in his hand.
I won.
So everybody is trying to get these crystals in order to put onto their player card. As you gain crystal, you want to put them onto your player card, and the first one to gain 10 crystals is going to win the game. And you do that by completing recipes. So this particular recipe gets you a reward of 2 crystals. The basic rule is the number of colors you use in a recipe is going to be the number of crystals you use, unless you happen to get one with a triple color.
Those are harder to do.
These are much harder to do, and so you're going to be rewarded many more crystals in order to do that. And everybody starts out with 3 cards, so each of us, we're going to take 3 cards. And there are 3 actions in the game that you must do every round. You must do 3 actions, and your choice of those 3 actions. The first is to prep a card, and what you're going to do is you're going to take one of the cards in your hand, and they all have colors unless they're a special card. Such as the hammer fuel, so it allows you to discard, then refresh all the public recipe cards. But you must prep cards before you can use them, and you prep them by putting them down onto your workbench. And you can have a maximum of 3 cards in your workbench, face down, so that your opponents don't know what's there. The other action you can do every turn is to smash. Once you've prepped a vial of potion, you can smash the potion to use its content and to do its effect. So I would choose to smash this, discard, and refresh all public recipe cards. So sorry, Tycho, but I'm getting rid of that triple red.
That one again.
And then you would draw 3 more recipe cards. Now the card I used then gets put into the potion piles. My choice, either one. So I'm going to put it in there. And these cards are going to be used. Some will tell you to pull from these decks. Others will tell you to pull from the main deck. Once you have 3 cards that you've prepped, there's another triple right there. There you go.
Yeah, I'm going to go for the orange instead.
You can, if you have all 3 prepped, one of the final actions you can do is to brew. And that you would flip over all 3. Say I had this one down. Flip over all 3 cards, and if it matches a brew card on the table, hopefully it does.
Or your private reserve.
That's right. We didn't take that. So each of us have a private reserve recipe.
This is our secret. I'm not going to show Sean if that's what I got.
Yeah. If it matches your private reserve, then you would gain that crystal. You basically cash in the recipe.
And then you draw a new card to replace.
And that's how you would get the crystals and put them onto your player card. First 1 to 10 crystals wins the game. It's really that simple.
It's a very simple game. The very interesting thing is this row here is not where you're drawing cards from.
No.
This is almost like a discard pile. So as
3 discard piles.
3 discard piles. So as you're using your cards, so you're prepping and smashing and using these effects rather than using for brew, you choose which one it goes into. So you're like, okay, I'm going to drop it here, and then, or you actually take the effect first. So you grab the top card, and then you decide where. So you can build up whichever pile you want,
right?
And bury stuff even further.
Well, and the nice thing about this is you can use this to your advantage. So you've got, take the top 3 cards from each potion stack, which is the effect of smashing a yellow vial if you're not using it for a recipe, obviously. There are cards, however. Let's talk about the 3 different cards. Well, let me finish my thought. You can basically stack this to your advantage if you know that you're going to smash a card that allows you to then draw that card back. Draw the 3 cards from a single stack. So you may put a card in there knowing that your very next action to smash another vial is going to pull that back into your hand.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about the 3 different types of cards. You can see at the bottom here we have Insta, Smash, and Brew. An Insta card is something you can play immediately on someone's turn, such as the No-No Juice. So if someone plays a card to maybe steal a card from my hand, I can play the No-No Juice instantly and negate that action. There are cards that have the word brew on them, meaning they can only be used to brew. But some of those brews have an action that only happen when you use it to brew. So there's some really great special cards in the game. This is a great one too. This card can be used as any color in a brew, as well as allows you to draw 3 cards from the main deck when you use it to brew. But it is only a brew card. It cannot be smashed. It must only be used to claim a recipe card.
Yeah.
That's a really powerful card, meaning anything. And at the end of the game, whoever wins gets the Philosopher's Stone. And along with it, a Philosopher's Stone reference card. It's essentially a wild gem that you take into the next game. If you're playing more than one game, the winner would then take it into the next game and allow them to do special actions, such as using it as a wild card. Like, you discard this Philosopher's Stone to use it as any color, and there's other actions you can do on the Philosopher's Stone as well. It's a great little strategic game. It's really playing with the cards in your hand. We found a couple of games we played where it's like, I've got nothing in my hand.
And you must do an action.
You must do an action every turn. So you can brew it, and it's like, I need this card, but there's nothing else I can do.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to smash it, and hopefully I get more cards to satisfy the recipes.
And anything you put down, the only way to get those cards up is either to trade them in for a brew or to smash the card. So if you drop a brew card down and all of a sudden you can't use it for anything, you got to figure out something else to do.
You got to do something, because you must do
the
three actions every turn. A very, very simple game to learn. Very hard to master, because it's really all about the luck of the draw.
Yeah.
You know, and really strategically deciding what you're going to play, what you're going to smash, and saving up those cards. So hopefully you can get like this orange to get four gems to put onto your player card. Again, that is Potion Panic. Really, really fun game by Rocket House Games. It is on Kickstarter right now. It takes about 20 to 30 minutes to play, and it is ages 14 plus, and it's 2 to 4 players. So check that out on Kickstarter. The links are in the description below. And once again, if you want to have your collection displayed behind us on a future episode of Flipping Tables, get in touch with us. The details are below. Thanks everybody for joining us. We'll see you next time. In fact, it's on Kickstarter right now, so make sure to, let's start this again. Let's bake sure. Let's bake it.
Let's bake sure to follow along.
Go bake the game. It's delicious. Hey everybody, welcome back to another game show. You're the next contestant.